Good morning, day 122 maybe, and I am moving on from campsite, and I am off to meet Patrice in a couple of miles that has part of the resupply I did a couple of days ago, and then it's on up into the next part of the Whites. So I'll be staging up before the presidential run so I can just do the whole thing in one day on tomorrow. All right, so Patrice is here and she's resupplying me. So instead of 5 or 6 days of food, I'm only having to carry 3 days of food to my next point. And she's gonna meet me there. Thank you.
I get to see him again.
Thank you so much. And there's Tracy. Hello. I am off after resupplying, and I think it's only 7 or 8 miles. Lots of up. And so I'm going to establish a base camp at Mizpah. So from my base camp at Mizpah, I will be tomorrow doing the whole presidential range. So Mount Washington and Adams and all the others. That'll be the big day tomorrow. It'll be nice because I should be rested and ready to go for that challenging day tomorrow. So far, the trail up to the Mizpah base camp it's steep up, but I'm not climbing rock piles, at least not yet, so I'm happy. The weather outlook throughout the Whites continues to be a good one. So how fortunate is that to get good weather for the most part all through the Whites thus far. And I know things can change quickly. I found that out yesterday. But yeah, so far I haven't had to make any adjustments for the weather, which you really need to do up here if it's going to turn bad. I haven't talked about this until now, but I have been feeling pretty run down. And I think it started with that 17-mile day off Musalagi, and then over the Kinsmans, and then another 3 miles walking around in the woods at dark. And I was able to weigh myself, and I was down weight 3 or 4 pounds. And so the last 2 nights and 3 days, I deliberately went shorter. And they were still tough miles, tough Whites miles. And I'm going pretty short today. But in the last 2 nights and 3 days, I brought really 3 nights and 4 days worth of food. And I just about ate it all. And I realize I have to force myself to eat. For some reason, I don't really get that hiker hunger that makes you eat 2 or 3 meals at the same time in one sitting. So I have to really eat all the time, and even eat an extra meal when I don't feel like doing it. And I do feel good now. And it'll be a good test tomorrow, going 14.5 miles over Mount Washington and all the others. All right, here's the rock slide we're climbing now. All right, I'm 4 or 5 miles out from base camp. right, there's Mount Washington. Not right. Looks ominous. So you get to a point like this, and it's, you know, put your poles away and do some rock climbing. And there's no blaze that tells you that that's the way. Eventually I figured out that that's the way before trying to find a way around it, because it's nearly vertical. So put a blaze there so people can be sure that, yes, they really do want you to climb that. All right, this is Mount, guys, 4,052 feet. It's made it. It's pretty windy, by the way. 40 miles an hour. Pretty sure that little white speck is Mizpah base camp. There's Washington. See you tomorrow. So I'm here at the Mizpah hut, otherwise known as base camp, where I'm. There's a bunch of other people here. There's a hiking club out of Boston. It's kind of like pre-formal season, so you have to bring all your own stuff. And so yeah, there's a bunch of people, so but not too many. And so I'm acclimating to the presence of other people. I don't want to do it all at once up on Mount Washington tomorrow. It's best to do it in stages. Somebody just handed me a fresh baked cookie. I'm coping okay. Bit by bit. Ooh, it's going to be a windy night on my platform. So wrapping up for the day. Some cool clouds coming in. The sun, which is over that way, is bouncing off those clouds. There's the hut. Spent some time in there. Got acclimated to social interactions, which I'll need, because Memorial Day weekend there'll be lots of people on Mount Washington. Did I say I think I went 9 or 10 miles today and got a resupply?